You have inter-champion mentality. Be great in your preparation, become excellent in your performance. This Saturday weekend, as we get closer to the WNBA, we're still talking some college here. We're going to talk about Stanford, not Stanford, Iowa versus South Carolina. We're going to talk about stat facts. Iowa versus South Carolina Women's Championship, and then we'll talk about what's going on in the portal. Any updates in the transfer portal. Let's go to the championship, 2023-2024 Women's Championship. South Carolina ended up winning this game 87-75. They had an overall record of 39-0. Iowa lost apparently in the championship, and their final record was 34-6. And we'll go to the stats. Let's go to the stats here of who played and what the percentages were. We'll go to Iowa at total of 75 points. Feuerbach, you had Kylie Feuerbach. She played 5 minutes. 0 for 1 for field goal. She had 1 rebound, and no points. You had Kate Martin. She played 39 minutes, went 5 for 13 from the field goal. 1 for 4 from three-point shooting from the three-point line. 5 for 6 from the charity stripe for the free throw line. 1 offensive rebound, 5 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, and 16 points. Caitlin Clark played 39 minutes, 10 for 28 from field goal percentage. 3-pointers was 5 for 13, 5 from 6 from the charity stripe from the free throw line, 2 offensive rebounds. Total of 8 defensive rebounds, 5 assists, 4 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, and she ended up with 30 points. Gabby Marshall, played 39 minutes, 2 for 3 from field goal, 2 for 3 from 3-pointers. Did not make it to the charity stripe. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, no turnovers, no personal fouls, 6 points. Sydney Alphater, 34 minutes. She went 4 from 8 from the field goal made percentage. No 3-pointers. 3 for 5. She was 3 for 5 from the charity stripe. She had 1 offensive rebound, 3 defensive rebounds, 2 assists. 2 blocks, 2 personal fouls, and 11 points. Go to Addison O'Grady. She played 12 minutes, went 0 for 2 from the field. No 3-pointers, no free throws, 1 offensive rebound, 2 defensive rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 2 personal fouls. Field goal percentage for Iowa women's basketball was 25 for 63 as a team, 39%, close to 40%, 39.68% from the 3-point line. They were 39.1% from the free throw line from the charity stripe. They went 16 for 20 and had 80% as a team. They had 7 offensive rebounds. So there's not many opportunities for second chance shots there. So tail of the boards. Defensive rebounds, they had 29. They had a total of 13 steals as the team. 13 assists as a team, 6 steals as a team. Total 4 blocks as a team, 9 turnovers as a team, and a total of 14 team fouls for the game, and ended up with 75 points. Let's go to South Carolina Gamecocks. Raven Johnson played 36 minutes. She was 1 for 11. 0 for 4 from the 3-point line, 1 from 2, which was important down the stretch in the fourth quarter. From the free throw line, from the charity stripe, 0 defensive rebounds, 0 offensive rebounds, 5 defensive rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, 3 points. So she was busy. She was an integral part. Camila Cardoso played 30 minutes. Post play, she went 7 for 14. no three-point attempts, 1 for 5 from the free throw line, 7 offensive rebounds, 17 defensive rebounds, 2 assists, no steals, 3 blocks. Okay, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. She ended up with 15 points. So she had a double-double, 15 points and 17 rebounds, okay? Tessa Johnson played 24 points. She went 7 from 11 field goals made, 3 from 6 from the three-point line, okay? She had 2 for 2 from the free throw from the charity stripe. No offensive rebounds. She had 4 defensive rebounds, so she's active on the defensive boards. 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and she had a career high in a national championship game of 19 points as a freshman. Tina Pow played 22 minutes with 4 from 7 from field goal made attempts, 3 from 4. She was 3 from 4 from three-point line, 3 from 4 from the charity stripe from the free throw line. Had 0 offensive rebounds, 0 defensive rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 0 blocks, 2 turnovers, okay? No personal fouls, and she had a total of 14 points. Sanaya Fagan played 18 minutes. She went 3 from 5, okay? She went 3 from 5 from the field goal line. She had no three-pointers made, okay? She did not go to the free throw line. She had two offensive rebounds, okay? 4 defensive rebounds, 1 assist, 0 steals, 1 block, okay? 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and she had a total of 6, okay? 6 points. Malaysia Fulwali had 18 points, 4 from 10. Another sensational freshman, 4 from 10, okay? She went 4 from 10 from field goal range. She went 1 for 3. She went 1 for 3, okay, from three-point line. She had 1 offensive rebound, 4, okay? 4 defensive rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, okay? 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and 9 points total in that championship game. Bree Hall, which will be a rising senior this upcoming year. She played 17 minutes. She went 3 from 6 from the field goal. She went 1 for 2 from the three-point line, okay? She had 4 offensive rebounds, okay? She had 4 offensive rebounds. She had 4 defensive. She had 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, and 7 points. So let's go back and correct that. Bree Hall had no offensive rebounds and no defensive rebounds, no assists, no steals, and no blocks. Okay, and had 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, and 7 points. Let's go to Chloe Kitts and let's see her stats here. 16 minutes, 5 for 8 from the field goal. So she had no attempts from the three-point line, 1 for 2 from the charity stripe, the free throw line. She had 4 offensive rebounds. Catch this, 10 defensive rebounds, 2 assists, no steals, no blocks, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, and 11 points. She had a double-double, 11 points and 10 rebounds, double-double. Very powerful. That's actually 14 ribbies, actually, because she had 10 defensive and 4 offensive, so she had 14 rebounds. That's Chloe Kitt. And Cardosa had 24 rebounds, okay, and 15 points. So 17 and 10 on the defensive boards. I mean, man. So before we get to the tail of the tape, which is important, rebounds and controlling the boards is very important. Once we finish, we got about 2 more. Ashley Watkins played 13 points. She had 1 main field goal. She was 1 for 1, 1 for 2 from the free throw line from the charity stripe. She had no attempts from the three-point line. And let's see what else we have. She had 3. She had 3 offensive rebounds, 5 defensive rebounds. Okay, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, and 3 points for the game. Okay, Sakima Walker, no minutes, did not play. Okay, she's the moral support on the bench. Y'all leave Sakima alone. Welcome to Champion Mentality. Be great. become excellent. Man, appreciate you joining me this Saturday. We're just looking at stat facts. Great to see you out there. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like, spread the word, share it if you love the content. This is Coach Coleman. Remember, be great in your preparation, become excellent. Okay. They had some, and then so it's Elijah by this time was no longer on the team. So look at this: field goals made percentage is 47, almost 48%, 47.95%, almost 48% from field goal percentage. 3-point line. This is impressive. It's 42%. They were 8 for 19 from the 3-point line. It's 42%, which is pretty darn good for a championship game. Free throws made, they went 9 for 17. They could do better. But here's what saved. This is probably what did not get them in the hole. They went almost with 53. They were only 53% as a team from the free throw line. But here's the thing. You had 18 offensive rebounds. But here's the tail of the game. The little things mean a lot. You had 51, right, defensive rebounds, right? That's what controls the game right there. So I think something to think about is if you control the boards on the defensive end, you take away second and third chance shots from the other team, and you take away possessions, and you add a possession to yourself, to your team. When you control the boards, defensive boards, and also they had about 18 offensive rebounds, so basically that created some possible second chance points or third chance points, which you saw they were very active on the board. Let's talk about transfer news. Everyone knows Kiki Arifin is going to visit USC and University of South Carolina, and then she's going to this week she'll visit University of Southern California, and then next week she'll visit University of South Carolina. As Kiki Arifin, a well-touted, a highly skilled post player, transferring out of Stanford and looking for a new home for her last season, her last year to play, and she will definitely be a lottery pick. Let's go back. We're going to go back a little bit here to April 22nd because Charlotte University. Tamika Reed from Jackson State University has taken a job at UNC Charlotte, so there's some shakeup there. But here we go. Michigan transfer Layla Fila is at Texas, so that Texas is loading up because they know they're coming to the SEC. Maryland will transfer will pick up Sailor Poffenbarger. Maryland has picked up Poffenbarger. She's a 6'2", redshirt sophomore wing from Middletown, Maryland, Arkansas. Okay, so they picked up Sailor from Arkansas. So that's awesome. So here we go. Oklahoma State grad Leora Garzon. She's a 6'1" senior forward. She signed with Colorado, who Colorado also has landed Iowa State grad transfer Nymeer Diew, and Garzon started her career. Here's here. Garzon started her career at Villanova. Okay, and Villanova had a few transfers. The Big East need to figure it out. Boston College grad JoJo Lacey. She's a 6'1" senior, a wing. She's from Douglasville, Pennsylvania. She is going to Rutgers. Okay, and this is Rutgers Scarlet Knights, Ladies Knights first pickup out of the portal. Maryland transferring out of Maryland, Riley Nelson, a 6'2" freshman wing from Clarksburg, Maryland. Season has committed to Duke for the 2024-25 season. Okay, and this is Duke's first portal pickup during the offseason. Faith Austin, a 5'7" senior point guard from Centerville, Virginia, has entered the portal, a grad transfer out of Appalachian State. She's probably in the portal because her coach has left, and the coach from Presbyterian, Laura Sharp, is at Appalachian State, and there's some Presbyterian players that will follow her to Appalachian State. So now that's the beauty of the portal. If your coach gets a new job and you want to follow your coach, you might have an opportunity to go to that new school with the coach you have loyalty to. So hopefully that works out. As if you've seen a good portion of Kenny Brooks, who was coaching at Virginia Tech, is now in Kentucky, and a good portion of his roster transferred with him. So that's the upside. When you get a good coach that has a good team and the coach takes a new job, now you get a quick, maybe possible shot in competitiveness in your program. If your program wasn't doing well, because that successful coach is probably, going to have a following in some of the players where you develop that loyalty. So that's the upside of that and the business part of it, right? There are four more Charlotte players have entered the portal because their head coach departed for Marquette. There's J.C. Busick. She's a 6'1" senior. Deja Lawrence is a 5'8" redshirt junior guard out of Greenville, North Carolina. And Olivia Porter is a 5'8" sophomore guard from Chapel Hill. And Kiana Rembert is from Raleigh, North Carolina, 6'2". So I'm sure, hopefully, some of Jackson State's players follow Tamika Reed's. They have some good players that don't get the notoriety they do because they play in the SWAC, and you don't see them until March Madness. And what you saw, there was some pretty good players, but your first game is against UConn, and you're being successful with 3.5 3-star players. I mean, let's just be honest, that's not. But I'm an HBCU grad and product. I'm not putting it down. It's just the fact of the resources that we have to work with. Northern Kentucky transfer Carter McCray is a 6'1" freshman center, from Oberlin, Ohio. She is committed to Wisconsin. Best wishes and with her in her new place there with the Badgers. Hope that works well. That's their first portal pickup this offseason. She averaged 15.7 points per game and 11.2 rebounds in the Horizon League. Northern Kentucky plays in the Horizon League. And she was a Horizon League Freshman of the Year. So they're getting a very good player, see if she can adapt and adjust to that nation of player with the Big Ten. Ohio State transfer Diana Collins, 5'9" freshman guard from Lynburn. Georgia has announced she is committed to Alabama. I think Barker down at Alabama left. Alabama has also picked up a HBCU transfer from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Transfer Zaya, Green. Best wishes to those young ladies. LSU, as I don't know what's going on. Somebody let me know what's going on at LSU with the pickup of the guards. What do you think they're doing? Hit it there in the chat, in the comment. I don't know what's going on, but just throw me something. Let me know. What do you think is going on with LSU? What do you think? What do you think they got going on there? Just let me know. What do you think LSU is planning? Let's listen to this, right? You have LSU adds 3 more for the portal, right? Cheyenne, Dave Wilson, 5'6" junior point guard, from Toronto, Ontario. She is came in from Miami, okay? Caitlin Gilbert, 5'8", sophomore shooting guard. She's coming in from Arizona. And then Miracle Shepard, a 5'10", freshman combo guard. Coming in from Mississippi State. Are they going to play faster? Is she just shelving the talent from other teams? It's pretty interesting. Let me know what you think. It's pretty interesting. Have not put my finger on it yet. I have not put my finger on it yet. But we'll see. Sometimes you got to let the play develop. Pepperdine grad Jade Nuwaba. She's a 5'10" senior wing from Carson County. She is committed to Vanderbilt. That's pretty interesting. She's going from West Coast to East Coast. Let's see if she can adjust to SEC play. I think the Pac-12 she's coming from West Coast Conference. Sorry, correction, Pepperdine. We'll see, if she can get adjusted to that physicality. We'll see. She averaged 10.7 points per game, 7.6 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. I think that's a consistent contributor, and if she can get adjusted to the style of play on the SEC, might give Vanderbilt the support that they need to, I don't know. You got Oklahoma and Texas playing in the SEC now. Does that bump Vanderbilt down from where they were in the middle of the pack, really rising to vie? And what happens to Auburn? Auburn got some good pickups, so I think that'll put them in the mix. Auburn will be in the pack. Let's go to Miami transfer. Latasha Lattimore, 6'4", junior forward center, right, combo from Toronto. She has committed to Virginia. That's Latasha Lattimore. She began her college career at Texas. Best wishes to her as she Woohoo, as they say, over there in Charlottesville, Virginia, the school on the hill. Literally, trust me, literally. Okay, this is Portal Combat. You remember May 1st? Then we got to see where all the chips, May 1st is coming fast, and then you see where all the chips fall, right? Colorado transfer, Arinette Vanley, big hot, right? 6'3" junior forward, Westland, Oregon. And she has committed to Baylor. That's a great pickup for Baylor. Big 12. She's averaged 14 points per game. Okay, 5.2 rebounds per game. Okay, and she began her college. Here's the thing: is she began her college career at Arizona. So I hope it works out as she commits to be a Baylor Bear. I hope she finds what she's looking for. Sometimes being in the transfer portal is like Vegas, bro. Like you don't know what you're going to get, right? It may be a calculated gamble, or it may not, or you may not be what you thought it was. And sometimes it's hard to go back to the program, right, that you came from. Sometimes some people jump in the portal and then they come back to the program and it works out for them. Okay, Miami, Florida transfer Lazaria Spearman. Okay, 6'4", sophomore forward, Dacula, Dacula. I just spell it out just in case I'm not pronouncing it correct. Georgia. She signed with Tennessee. That's huge. You got an ACC experienced player that's used to playing with some physicality, some competition. So that's huge for a mid-major coach, right? The coach is Caldwell. She's coming from Marshall. She's a mid-major coach. So that's a huge pickup that gives her some momentum. So I don't think that's enough, but I think that's good when you get a mid-major D1 coach gets hired at a major program. That coach has to adjust to the type of talent they can recruit now. So hopefully Kim Caldwell gets adjusted to that and makes the adjustment she needs and gets the players they need at that level and at that type of program. So she's got to, that's another thing. When you have new coaches that move up in levels, they also have to adapt and adjust to the level that they're coaching at. From even though they're Division I, mid-major Division I to major Power 5 conference, that's a big jump. So hopefully she makes that adjustment quickly. Her Caldwell and her staff. Okay. Washington grad transfer Jada Noble. She's a 5'11" senior guard for Spokane, Washington. She's going with the Lady Bears. She's signed and committed with the Lady Bears in California at Cal Bears. So Cal Lady Bears. Hats off to her. North Carolina. Remember, there's a big exodus, right? Out of North Carolina, about 6-7 players left. Zalea. So you have grad transfers. Be a grad transfer out of North Carolina, got landed somewhere. Alexandria, okay. Zalia, 6'4", she's a stretch, basically a swing and a forward. You call it a stretch 3, basically a stretch 3. She is at UNC Wilmington. So that's really a step down from where you started, and maybe that's where she needs to excel and make a difference, and maybe that's where she gets more playing time and contribute, and that's how she wants to finish her career. So I don't think that is a negative thing. It's still Division I. It may be a step down in resources, but maybe a step up in for exposure and opportunity. So there's many ways to slice that pie for exposure. All right, Samaria Spencer, 5'7", junior point guard out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, entered the portal. She's out of Arkansas. Her stats for the past season, she was at 13.9, almost 14 points in the season, almost had 5, about 4.6 rebounds, almost had 5. She had almost 3.5 assists per game and 1.3 steals game. So I think this is a good pickup at 5'7" junior guard. You got a good year with her. Hopefully, it sounds like she has some possible good floor general skills running team. You can't teach that. A coach can't teach it. A player, either they have that innate and have that study or that student in the game to know how to run it and to see the game and things like that. I really feel that someone that's a floor general, you can't teach that. That runs a team, that keeps a team together, that does the intangibles outside of scoring, right? It puts that effort defensively and gets the team encouraged defensively. Those are things that you really can't teach. Amina Muhammad is 6'4", sophomore forward, DeSoto, Texas. DeSoto has some great basketball down there in Texas, just like Duncanville, Texas, right? She's has entered the portal out of Texas. So we'll see. We'll see where she land. I have not got an update on her yet, but it'll be interesting. Alexis Collins, Callins. Alexis, she's a 5'8" senior guard out of Martin, Tennessee. She's into the portal. She's a grad transfer out of North Alabama, which is Division One. They used to be. Here we go. Division Two, and they took the jump. It's been quite a while now. They took the jump into Division One. Her stats are 14.4. They play in Atlantic Sun, right? 14.4 points per game, 2.1 rebounds per game, 1.6 assists. She made 88 out of 244 3-point attempts for the season out of 241 free throws. That's pretty awesome. At 36.5% for free throw for the year. And she was 13 Atlantic Sun. I don't be honest with you, I don't believe in first or second team. Either you made first team or not. But I don't know the second and third team. Somebody let me know how you feel about that. I think you got one team first, all conference team, and that's it. I don't know about the second and third team, and I don't want to mention. You don't make it, you don't make it. You gotta be the best to play with the best. Be great in your preparation, become excellent in your performance. I don't know. That's my thought, my feelings on it. Tennessee transfer, Carolyn Strickland. She's a 6'3" junior forward out of Hartford, Alabama. She has landed with Indiana. I think that might be a good fit because Indiana's losing one or two seniors, so they replace it with some. That's their first portal pickup this season, and then Penn State transfer Shay Siski, Ciezki. She's a 5'7" sophomore combo guard, so she's a stretch too, basically. Buffalo, stretch one, right? 1 and 2. Buffalo, New York announced she's going to commit to Indiana as well. And noted there's no player. For right now, no player from Indiana has entered the portal. So that's a good sign. Nobody has entered the portal. Here is some within the Big Ten. We just have some moves. Musical schools, right? It's within the conference. So in the Big Ten, you have Michigan. Taylor James is a grad transfer from Michigan. She's a 6'2" grad forward, New Baltimore, Michigan. And she announced she's going to be going to Northwestern. That's still in the Big Ten. So I hope that works well for her. She started her college career at Western Michigan. So she moved up the college conference Division I chain in her career. So hats off to her hard work. And now she, went from Western Michigan, I believe is like the MAC, if not correct me if I'm wrong. And then now she's in the Big Ten. So that is amazing. Ohio State transfer Emma Shumate, Shumate, 6'1", redshirt sophomore wing, Dresden, Ohio, has announced she has committed to Michigan State. Okay, she is staying in the Big Ten. She began her career at West Virginia. Okay, I remember that. Rutgers transfer Julia Horter, 6-foot freshman guard from Clifton Park, New York. She's actually went back. She left Rutgers in Big Ten and went to the MAAC, Mid-Atlantic Athletic Conference. Fairfield. Remember Fairfield? Fairfield petitioned, did their social media petition of why they should be in the top 25. And so let's see if Fairfield can still be a mid-major powerhouse and make some noise as they, asked for the notoriety. They got it, but then when the big lights and the big stage came on, I don't think they lived up to their their number 25 ranking. That's just my thought. What's your thought? All right. Miriam Dauda, Dauda, she's a 6'4" redshirt sophomore forward from Bentonville, Arizona. Bentonville, Arkansas. Entered the portal, right? Isn't Bentonville where Wally World really started? I believe. Just fun facts there. Entered the portal out of Arkansas. Okay, for the 23-24 season, She averaged 10.1 points per game. Okay, 6.3 rebounds per game. And she was in the top 5 among shot blockers. That's in the portal. Shot blockers in the portal. Okay, top 5 amongst shot blockers. That's in the portal right now at 2.2 blocks per game. So that sounds like she's a solid, consistent producer. When you look in this portal, what are you looking for? I mean, one, what player fits the style of offense and the defense that you like to do, right? Because, not all college teams play man-to-man defense all the time. So who can catch on to your exotic schemes and things of that nature? And what type of pace of game that you play does that player's skill set fit your team? And then bring that player in, will it mesh with the chemistry you already have, the team chemistry you already have? So there's a lot, I think, strategicness and careful research as a college program, as a college staff, you have to do when you're looking at bringing in somebody in the portal versus, I think there's a difference versus you bringing in a true freshman, really, because to me, a portal pick is looking for a quick fix to their situation. A freshman might have more patience coming through your program and understanding they have to develop and get stronger and develop their skills and develop their body, to match the level of play that they want to get to. So, so you just look at two different dynamics when you're looking at a portal pick and then getting a true freshman and bringing them up. And does that, if you get somebody a true freshman, does that translate to loyalty to your program? With the NIL, maybe not. The higher level players are going to be lured by the NIL, name, image, and likeness, which, by the way, comes from a lawsuit from Ed O'Bannon, and that will be on another. We'll talk about that on another episode. Okay. Alabama senior wing Aaliyah Nye, she has withdrew from her name from the portal, so she's back as a Crimson Tide. Kentucky grad transfer Naya Leveter, Lever. Catch this. Ettr. I'm gonna say it again. Her last name is Lever. Ettr. 6'2" grad forward, Blythewood, South Carolina. She is going to Georgia. Georgia needs some help. Georgia didn't win many games. They were competitive in the first half. I don't know. I hope they need to get an NIL compliance kind of office thing going there and get some players, because that's the only way you're going to compete in the SEC. But the interesting thing about the SEC, when you went and had the ACC and SEC challenge on the women's SEC, I think, if I did my homework correctly, won most of the games this past challenge. But moving on, Iowa State transfer Shantavia Dawkins. She's a 5'7" guard, right, from Brampton, Ontario. And now she has committed to Dayton. So Dayton, Ohio, that's the Atlantic 10. And so she went from Big 12 to Big 10. Hopefully that style of play works. It could be the coaching, anything, we'll see with her. Ball State transfer Nyla Hampton, 5'7" senior guard. Huber Heights, Ohio, and now she has committed to Michigan State. So she went from Ball State to Michigan State. So she gets an upgrade. Good for you, Nyla Hampton. Upgrade to me, right? She went from mid-major. I mean, no disrespect. Division I basketball is basketball, but when you play in a conference that gets more TV time and not just local TV time, that's an upgrade. Let's be honest, right? She was a two-time MAC. Ball State played in the MAC Mid-American Conference. She was a two-time MAC Defensive Player of the Year. So Michigan State is adding some defense among the top 5. She's among the top 5 in the portal in steals per game at 3.3. She started her college career at Bowling Green, which you have a former staff. Ed Chinley is the coach there at Bowling Green now. Former South Carolina staff. He just completed his first season at Bowling Green. When Robin Fralick, now at Michigan State, was head coach. So it's following the coach. So now her coach at Bowling Green is at Michigan State. And so maybe the upgrade came from the relationships. Relationships matter. Keep your network alive. Shows you relationships are important in this transfer portal, right? Having healthy connections. All right. Finally, here, drum roll, please. LSU transfer Haley Van Lith, 5'7" graduate point guard, Wenatchee, Washington. She's from the West Coast, originally from the state of Washington. She has, they're saying here, because before she had a X go out, a tweet go out, all right, a post go out on X that she has not committed to, because it was between Mississippi State and TCU. And so here the update is saying, allegedly, that Haley Van Lith has signed with TCU. She started her career at Louisville, and you had the LSU Haley Van Lith point guard experience. It did not work. That's not her wheelhouse. I think she should stick with what she do. I feel at her height, she can be a shooting guard in the league, and you don't have to be a point guard. So I feel if you stick with your gift, stick with your talent, your gift will make room for itself. That's my thought. What's your opinion? I think she'll be okay just being known as a shooter. She'll still get drafted in the WNBA next season. She'll get drafted, definitely. First round for sure. So it was smart for her saying. Boston University grad transfer Caitlin Weimer, 6'4" senior center, okay, from Cortland, Maine, New York. She has committed to North Carolina State to the Wolfpack. So this is what you call the Gamecocks effect. People loading up to see who could knock off the defending reigning champions, South Carolina Gamecocks. She was Boston University is the Patriot. She was the Patriot League Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. She was the top shot blocker. She's the top shot blocker in the portal at 2.8 per game. She started her career, catch this, at the back in the MAAC, Mid-Atlantic Athletic Conference at Marist, okay? And so that brings us up to date, okay? At this point, we talked about stat facts with National Championship. We got WNBA coming up soon. We got a great show next week. Keep it posted. We'll have Seth Talk Sports with us. We'll be talking about, just give you a little preview. The show will be about what is good coaching, high school, college, and pro level. When in this 2024 and in the times we're in, what is good coaching to people? And we look forward to hearing your comments on that thing, on that level. Okay, so here we go. We have the motivational thought for today, and we'll see you next episode. The motivational thought for today is this, right? One thing I have learned from the portal: if first you don't succeed, try again. If you believe in your gift and your product, and you believe there's something better for you, you jump into something unknown, right? Because the portal is unknown. You're not sure how it's going to work out. So sometimes you got to take a jump of what you don't know from something's comfortable to get yourself to the next level of growth. And the next level of growth is not always what you envision, but is what I need. So remember, growth is not what I think, how I should get it, but is what is needed so I become what I need to be. So until next time, be great in your preparation, become excellent in your performance, champion mentality. Until next time.